Hello everyone. Welcome to Storytime with the Princess. Today we're going to be reading from 5-Minute Princess Stories, and the story is called A Royal Friend. The princess is coming, a crowd of girls exclaimed as they watched my coach approach their school. Let me see, cried Emma, who had arrived at the school only a few days earlier. I want to see the princess. Don't worry, you will, replied Claire, who was the oldest. She's coming to visit us. Sure enough, the coach came to a stop right outside. A royal trumpeter blew his horn loudly to announce my arrival. Quickly, girls, gather around, said the headmistress of the school. She hurried to open the door. Welcome, your highness, she exclaimed. She and the girls curtsied as I entered the room. It's so nice to see you all again, I said. I like to stop by the school to help the girls with their reading and writing. I also brought books, clothes, toys, and food. Many of the girls were poor and had few things of their own. Everyone was happy to see me, but no one was more excited than Emma. The girls and I spent a wonderful afternoon together. After their lessons, they sang, danced, and told stories. Then they read with me and played with some of the toys I had brought them. When it was time for me to go, I made an announcement. In 1 week, there will be a party at the castle to be held in your honor. For us, the girls shouted. But what will we wear? Asked Emma. I smiled. Why, the dresses I am having made for each of you, of course, and you shall have new shoes and gloves as well. I remember how much fun it was to get dressed up for a ball the first time. I thought all of you would like to wear fancy gowns as well. The next day, the girls talked about nothing but the party. They couldn't wait to dress up. To distract them, the headmistress decided they should go outside. It's a lovely day, she announced. Let's have a picnic. The girls climbed a hill and spread blankets in the meadow near the royal estate. While her classmates ran and played, Emma gazed at the castle. She couldn't wait to see what it looked like inside. She thought it must be the most wonderful place in the world. Soon, Emma noticed a group of seamstresses walking towards the castle gates. She ran over to them. A guard opened the gates for the seamstresses. Without thinking, Emma slipped in behind them and walked straight into the castle. Then she ducked behind a curtain. I welcomed the women and led them up to a staircase. When everyone was gone, Emma ran up the stairs and began to explore. In one room, Emma found a huge bed with a pink ruffled canopy. She climbed into it and closed her eyes for a moment. My friend, Jacques, Gus, and Mary had come out from under the bed and introduced themselves. Suddenly, they heard someone down the hall say, "This fabric is gorgeous." Emma and the mice ran towards the voice and found a room filled with seamstresses. They were busy cutting satin, silk, and velvet. Come in, the seamstress called. Stand here. Now, hold still. The woman began draping fabric around Emma. She thought that I had sent her to model the dresses. Emma just smiled. She loved the swishing sound of cloth. She also loved the way everyone fussed around her. When I stopped by a while later, Emma was wearing one of the dresses. More bows, please, Emma requested, and another layer of ruffles. Oh my, I exclaimed. That certainly is a fancy dress, and you look beautiful in it. I thought the seamstresses had brought Emma. I remembered what it was like to do chores all day, so I invited Emma to have tea with me. We sat at a table laid with delicate china and gleaming silver. A servant brought in tea and cake and cookies. It must be wonderful to be a princess, Emma said between bites. You get to wear fancy clothes, go to parties all day, and order servants around. I laughed. When a princess wants something, she asks politely. And there's so much more to being a princess than clothes and parties. Why don't you help me this afternoon and see what a princess really does? For the next few hours, Emma and I put together baskets of food, clothing, books, and toys. Emma's favorite part was going through my wardrobe to look for old clothes that could be donated. Soon it was time to deliver the baskets to the school and the orphanages. As we passed through the village in the royal carriage, Emma waved at a passerby. Princess Emma, she thought. I like the sound of that. When we arrived at her school, the headmistress gave Emma a big hug. Where have you been? We've been so worried. The headmistress and the other girls had been looking for Emma all afternoon. But I thought the seamstresses brought you to work, Cinderella said, puzzled. So I said that, puzzled. Emma explained how she'd snuck into the castle. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make anyone worry. I just wanted to see what being a princess was like. Being a princess is more than just playing dress-up. It also means being responsible. Why don't you come to the castle each day, I suggested. Then you can really learn about what a princess does. Every afternoon when Emma's lessons were over, she came to the castle. I was always very busy. I oversaw the castle staff. I visited the shopkeepers and farmers to make sure everything was running smoothly. I even got the court jester to tell jokes to children who were ill. Emma tagged along everywhere, and I decided she should help plan the party for the girls' school. So Emma helped to decorate. She also helped the cook make a cake. I was so impressed that I asked my mouse friends to make a special dress for Emma. It's fit for a princess, Emma exclaimed when she saw it. Finally, the night of the party arrived. The girls twirled around the dance floor in magnificent new dresses. Because you've worked so hard, I'm going to make you an honorary princess for the evening, I said with a smile. Oh, thank you, Emma cried happily. She was thrilled that she'd get to be Princess Emma for one magical night.